Here's the finished sound. Here's a modified version that I'll show you how to make at the end of the video. If you like this video, hit like and subscribe to this channel. This will help these videos get out to more people so I can keep making them. The Korg M1 was one of the most popular synthesizers ever and had a huge influence on house music in the 1990s. Its piano and organ presets can be heard in many classic house songs. Perhaps one of the most famous songs was Show Me Love by Robin S. I can't play it here, but you can listen to it using the link in the description below. In this tutorial, I'm going to make a bass sound similar to the M1's organ preset. Let's get started. We will start with two oscillators. Select the basic shapes wavetable for both oscillators. Pitch oscillator 1 down an octave. I'm going to use the triangle wave shape, which is smooth like a sine wave, but with a few more harmonics. You'll notice that you sometimes hear a click when it plays. Let's clean that up by setting the phase randomization to 0. Turn on oscillator 2 and set the waveform to a square wave. This time, pitch it up by 7 semitones, a perfect fifth above your root note. Let's also set the phase randomization to 0. Now adjust the amplitude envelope to get a plucky electric keyboard sound. Turn on filter 1 and set the filter type to analog 24 dB. Turn the resonance down. I like to turn on key tracking so that the filter cutoff moves with the note being played. Make sure that both oscillators 1 and 2 go through the filter. Select envelope 2 and adjust the decay, sustain, and release values. Apply envelope 2 to filter 1's cutoff frequency. Turn the bass cutoff frequency to its minimum value. Adjust the modulation amount to get the sound you like. You can add a little bit of drive if you'd like. Now before I forget, let's turn the number of voices down to 1, since we want to use this as a bass. This will prevent the user from playing multiple notes at the same time, which you want to avoid with bass instruments. Let's go to the Effects tab and add a compressor. Change it to single band mode. Adjust the compressor parameters to get the sound you want. Turn up the attack and release knobs because we want to add a bigger transient to the sound. You always want to test the sound before and after the effect to make sure it's improving the sound. Next, we'll add some reverb. We need to cut the low frequencies to prevent muddiness. Adjust the reverb settings to how you like them. Let's see what it sounds like now. The low end sounds too present to me, so I'll apply envelope 1 to oscillator 1's volume control. This will give the low end a pluckier sound. Turn up the velocity tracking knob a little. This is an easy way to have the note velocity adjust the volume of your sound. The effect will be subtle here, since the velocity variations in my clip is small. Let's have the velocity also affect the filter cutoff slightly, so that the higher velocity notes sound brighter. One problem with the sound is that if a note is held out, it's very static. Let's apply LFO1 to the filter cutoff to add a little motion. Turn down the modulation so it's subtle. From here, you can do a few things to vary the sound. You can adjust the filter cutoff's modulation to get the sound you're looking for. Less modulation makes the sound warmer and more bassy, and more modulation adds brightness and edge to the sound. One thing I like to do is to add a third oscillator. I'm going to completely change the sound, but I like the end result. Leave the pitch alone on this oscillator. It will be in between the other two to thicken the sound. Go to the basic shapes and select the first pulse width modulated waveform. It'll look like this. Make sure to pass the oscillator through the filter by pressing the filter's Oscillator 3 button. Let's add a little bit of unison to Oscillator 3. Finally, let's add some distortion. Turn up the drive until it's just right. I'm also going to add a little bit of LFO2 to the drive. Using a second LFO allows you to change the shape or rate of the distortion independent of LFO1. Now let's listen to what it sounds like. After some adjustments, here's the final sound. And here's the second version. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you'd like to see next in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video.